Ooh, drowsy. Whoa, I got a drowsy. Oh, shit. Hello and welcome everyone to another installment of who am I? Oh, yeah, I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. I wasn't playing Pokemon Go right now because there's more important things like Civil War issue number 3. When the heroes are forced to turn against one of their own, it could be really bad for everybody. Let's jump in and see what happens next, shall we? Pokemon Go.
Alrighty then, so as we can see, the comic opens unexpectedly at the trial of Carol Danvers. Daredevil Matt Murdock is the prosecutor because of course he is. And pretty much the entirety of this third issue is working back to see how we got to this point. Now, if you'll remember, in the previous issue, Ulysses had a vision of Bruce Banner Hulk killing all the Avengers. Because of that, Iron Man and Captain Marvel have sought out Bruce Banner where he is in hiding. And if you've been reading Totally Awesome Hulk, you'll know that these events don't quite line up with the Bruce Banner we see in the comic right now, especially when it becomes apparent that Tony is acting like he's meeting Bruce for the first time right now, even though if you read the very Civil War tie-in that Totally Awesome Hulk had, you would know that the two had met previously. The heroes get Banner up to speed on what's been going on and their fear of him hulking out. Of course, Bruce is shocked by this. He's been doing good, he says. It's been a year without any Hulk incidents. This is, of course, a very fragile situation, and how do the heroes of the Marvel Universe decide to deal with it? Well, they all crowd Bruce Banner in his secret hideout by all showing up at once. Worse still, it seems like the pro-Ulysses people and the anti-Ulysses people all showed up here without much of a plan. Tony does everything in his power to advocate for Bruce, but the cat gets let out of the bag when Hank McCoy, who I guess is currently working with the Inhumans, who in turn are working for Captain Marvel, hacks into Bruce Banner's terminal and finds out that he's been running gamma experiments on himself. This does not look good for Dr. Banner, and this reveal adds even more tension to a situation that was already a powder keg. Captain Marvel more or less says to save the world, Banner is going to have to come with her, and once again, they don't really entail what she means by that. Does she plan to kill him? Does she plan to launch him into space again? What exactly is she willing to do? She says that she's going to save the world by any means necessary, so I assume murder was on the table, but again, they never come out and say it. In the end, whether you were pro-crime or future crime, none of that really matters because the choice with Bruce Banner gets made for him. An arrow, a special gamma-tipped arrow, comes flying out of the woods and strikes Bruce Banner, killing him instantly. As you may have already guessed, there's only one archer in the world who could make a shot like that, and it turns out to be Clint Barton, a Hawkeye, who turns himself over to the rest of the Avengers instantly after pulling the shot. So yeah, that trial from the beginning of the comic wasn't actually the trial of Carol Danvers at all, it was the trial of Clint Barton. But why on earth would Hawkeye do that? Why would he execute an Avenger? Why would he kill a friend like that? And the answer is, strangely enough, because Bruce told him to. Yeah, it seems that in the year that Banner had off from being the Hulk, he worked out a special fail-safe with Clint Barton, saying that if, things looked like they were going the wrong way, if Banner looked like he was going to Hulk out again, that he wanted Hawkeye to kill him. You see, even though Banner had been free of the Hulk for all this time, he feared his return. He had horrible rage-fueled nightmares, and he worried that it was only a matter of time until he hurt somebody. Now, maybe Clint jumped the gun, maybe he was just trying to keep his word to a friend, but the way Tony feels it, Carol made this happen by forcing this situation. He's pretty disgusted across the board, saying they used to be heroes, but now they're not avenging, they're not defending or protecting. This is definitely a sentiment shared by the younger Avengers members too, Kamala Khan, Miles Morales, Sam Alexander, who are quickly and surely growing disillusioned with their older counterparts. This story and this trial end up becoming huge national news broadcast around the world, and there's a great scene where we actually get to see how all the different super teams react to it. When the time eventually comes for the verdict in the trial, Iron Man is so completely and utterly disillusioned he just wants to lock himself away and not even hear it. However, as the comic ends, Friday comes to him with a special bit of news, and that is that the computer scan that they did of Ulysses' brain is done, and they may finally understand how the young Inhumans' powers work. It's funny, every time I think I know what Civil War 2 is going to do, an issue like number 3 comes along and I'm completely back to square one. It's surprising that, early in the original Civil War, we were already having big superpowered battles in the streets. Here, though, it's a lot more civil disagreements. Ha ha ha, see what I did there. And honestly, if this continued to be an ideological war instead of, a war with fists, I think that would be an interesting direction to take this story in. I will say, though, this many issues in, and I'm finding it really hard to sympathize with Carol anymore. I mean, yes, she keeps talking about having good intentions, and we see, small panels there about all the good that she's been doing, but by and large, I mean, it's kind of hard to not see when your friends are getting hurt, that what you're personally doing might not be right. I mean, it's maybe perhaps not as bad as Iron Man more or less just becoming the de facto villain of the original Civil War right around the time he was locking up his friends in, superhero Abu Ghraib, but she's getting close, she's getting real close. Overall, though, I would feel comfortable giving this one an 8 out of 10.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.